Good morning and welcome to day 22 of Vlogmas. We're so near the end. This month has flown by. I can't believe how fast it's gone. Today is a last kind of full-on work day for me. I need to get the Lord of the Rings orders all packaged up so that they're ready to go out tomorrow. The other clubs, the Colour of the Month and the Fantasy and stuff like that, they shipped this morning. I took them to the post office this morning, so that's all good. Our veg box has arrived, so I thought I would share that with you in a second. We upgraded this week for, they offered an upgrade to a Christmas veg box, which is bigger, it's got some more stuff in it, and it's very much geared around a Christmas dinner, which is perfect. And yeah, it's come and it's brilliant. So we're really happy with that. It's the last one of the year though. We won't get another one until spring, which is a bit of a shame, but I can completely understand why. So yeah, we're going to enjoy this last one of the year. Today, other than work, I don't really know what's happening, so we'll see. There's a couple of things I wanted to chat about. I thought I would update you a little bit on some knitting progress, and things like that. So I guess we will just see where the day goes. So here is our Christmas veg box. We got, which I'm very excited about, we got Brussels sprouts on the stalk. I don't know why I find this so exciting, but I always do. I always think they look really fun. It's a really weird way for a vegetable to grow. We got some rockets. We got some leeks. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with these, but we love leeks, so we'll definitely find something to do. We got rainbow carrots. So there we go again, having talked about those heritage carrots and that snowman. There we go, we've got purple carrots again. We've also got white carrots and normal orange carrots, so they will be part of Christmas dinner. We've got a whole load of shallots, which I think Tom said he's going to do something, he's going to do some of them with the gravy and possibly with the turkey, and I don't really know. We've got some red cabbage, giant red cabbage. I think this is almost as big as my head, which is perfect because we do red cabbage on Christmas Eve with ham and jacket potatoes. So that's good. We've got a nice big lot of rosemary, which will go really nicely with the roast potatoes. Talking of potatoes, we've got a giant bag of potatoes, so that's perfect. We got a few parsnips, not enough parsnips for our household, because we do love parsnips. So we are going to need to get a few more parsnips, but that's fine. We also got some golden beetroot. We were expecting celeriac, but they did say that things might change depending on what they can get hold of. Normally, we do celeriac with... Tom's making noises in the background. Normally... Oh, he's blaming the cat. Normally, we do celeriac with Christmas dinner in like... I don't know how we do it. How do we do it?
You kind of saute it.
Saute, that's the word I wanted. You saute it with lemon thyme and it's really nice. But instead, we're going to use this. So we've got golden beetroot. So I think we're going to roast up some of the golden beetroot and have that with Christmas dinner instead of the celeriac. And then the last thing we got in here, if I can show you, I'll get some out, are some chestnuts, which is brilliant. Now, we're normally lazy and we normally buy the... vacuum packed already peeled chestnuts. So this will be a task for somebody having to peel the chestnuts, but that's fine. We do a chestnut stuffing on Christmas Day, which is one of the Delia Smith ones, from the ancient Delia Smith recipe book, this one here, which I'm sure most of you, certainly most of you in the UK will have heard of, Delia Smith's Christmas. So yeah, we do the Victorian chestnut recipe or whatever it is from that one, which is really nice. And then we also do chestnuts with our sprouts as well. We do bacon and chestnuts with the sprouts too. So yeah, all in all, a very successful veg box. So everything is all packed up, bar 2 orders that I made slight mistakes on, which is a bit of a pain because I need to dye. I got bases wrong, unfortunately. Sometimes when I look at the orders when they come in and transfer it onto my spreadsheet, I either just tick the wrong box or I don't quite read it properly and I've got bases wrong, which is a bit frustrating, but it's fine. They're not officially due out until the 13th of January, so I won't be late shipping them if those 2 have to wait until the new year. But it's just frustrating. It's like, why didn't I double check? And I've got spares. I've got spares of so many of the colourways. I've got spares of so much, but not those bases. Of course. But anyway, everything bar those 2 orders is all ready to ship and all packed up, and that will go to the post office first thing tomorrow morning. But I thought we would sit down and talk about some past advents that I've had. I'm not going to go through finished projects that I've made with past advents because I've shared a lot of those. I shared those, all of those I will have shared in my advent ideas video earlier. Well, did I put that up towards the end of November? I think I put that one up. And I've definitely shared them in various places. So I won't share all of those with you. But I do have, well, I thought I had 2 advent calendars from last year that I haven't started working with. Turns out I have 3. Yeah, I didn't realise there was another one that I hadn't started, which is quite funny. So I've got them here. Woo! And I thought I would share them. So the first one I have, which it's just in a box that somebody sent me, which is quite handy, is the Castleview Yarns advent from last year, and she did a mermaid themed advent calendar last year, and it is beautiful. It is so pretty. It started with pinks, I think. I'm just double checking. Yes, it started with pinks and it went all the way through to greens, if you can see here. Here we go. I thought I would flip you around so you actually get a better view of the colours. So it started here with the light pink, went through pinks and purples, and then through blues to teals, and then back down to greens. So very mermaidy colours, and I don't know if you can tell from here. I think that's coming across on the camera, but I got it in the sparkle base, so it's lovely and sparkly too. There was a fun little mermaid tail progress keeper on day 1, and we also got measuring tape, which is a neat little measuring tape that stays in a little thing, and also gorgeous little mother of pearl buttons as well. So that is the Castleview Yarns one that I got last year. And then I also got the Fibre Fox advent last year. I think the theme was like an enchanted forest was kind of the theme. So we started with the greens and we went through the blues and purpley kind of into burgundies and reds, and then down towards browns, and we finished kind of here with golden browns as well. So that one is really pretty. There was an extra which I took it out and I can't remember where I've put it for now. It's somewhere in my office, which was some gorgeous crystal stitch markers from Malachi. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Maliqua, that's it. She does gorgeous kind of crystal stitch markers and things like that. And then this is where I got confused. So I have this one, which I knew I had started a blanket with last year, but it turns out it's the December 2021 advent calendar, which, as you can see, I have started a blanket with. I'm making lots of tiny little squares, a bit like a Battenberg blanket, but I think they're actually a little bit bigger than a Battenberg blanket. And then I'm just going to join them all together in a real random kind of mix of colours. So I've still got lots of them all caked up in there, ready for that. But I thought this was last year's advent calendar, but it turns out it wasn't. I have actually got last year's advent calendar here, which was all I want for Christmas. And again, this is Henny Penny Makes. So yeah, I have this one too. I obviously, as you can see, I started caking them up last year, but then I didn't. So I've just written the numbers on the ball bands, although I don't think I've written the numbers on all of the ball bands, actually, interestingly. But I think I decided with the mix of colours last year that they didn't need to be kept in order. They weren't in a fade or anything like that. And I'm probably going to do a crochet blanket anyway, so it doesn't actually matter what order they end up in. But yeah, turns out I have an extra Henny Penny Makes one. I should really get these all caked up so I can actually start making something with them. We headed down into Brotty Ferry again straight after school today. There's the castle in the background. The last time you saw this view, it was bucketing it down with snow. It looks really different without the snow, doesn't it? In the background there you can see the view over towards Dundee and just about the Tay Bridge. The hill on the right is Dundee Law, where we were yesterday evening, the highest point in Dundee. It's actually only about 3:30 here, but the sun has set. It is the shortest day of the year, the 21st of December, and up here in Scotland, the sun set at 3:30 today.
I brought home all of my artwork today and I want to show some of it to you. And it's got different colours like red, pink, blue, gold.
Amazing. What's this one? What about these ones? Show us these ones.
This is, so there's a big star.
Yeah.
I think it's Mary, Joseph and Jesus.
I think it might be the three wise men from the story of the Nativity, because they followed the star to find Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And then over here, it's
You were
sewing.
excited about this one, weren't you? Because you got to do sewing.
Yeah.
Sewing a Christmas tree.
The sewing's the green, and then we just stuck these on. You can see just yellow there, and then the stars all glittery. So, this is biomes. This one is a Halloweeny one, like a shadow of a tree in the moonlight. And then over here is I think this is the tiara. Got big tree, medium tree, and small tree. And then over here is, I forgot, desert. With a cactus and then sand down here. Just ignore my name at the top.
What about the owl? The owl is so cool.
This is when we were doing the snowy area. I forgot the name.
No, not the tundra. What's the snowy one called? Arctic?
I think the snow one was tundra.
Is it the tundra? The snow biome?
Yeah, because we learnt tundra, desert, taiga, and rainforest.
Right, Tom is just reading bedtime stories, the kids are in bed, and I thought we would have a little knitting catch-up because time is disappearing in December completely. Most of my knitting has been taken over by hats and Christmas presents, which wasn't my intention for January, so I'm finding that a little bit frustrating. But my dad's hat is nearly there, so I think I am about an inch away from starting the crown decreases. So that should be done. That shouldn't be too big a problem. Today was the last big work day. Tomorrow is a little bit more chilled. So hopefully I will find time to get that finished in the next day or so. My mum's hat, which one is my mum's hat in? This one, I think. Yeah, my mum's hat is still meh. It's getting there. It's getting there slowly. I just need to pick it up and carry on with it. I'm hoping I might get this finished by Christmas, but it may very well be a finished on Christmas Day, no blocking kind of thing, which is fine actually with this. I don't think it will matter because it's hand-dyed yarn, it's merino held with fluff. Like, it's not going to really matter if I don't block this one particularly. Whereas my dad's hat is going to need blocking. So that needs to be finished, preferably by tomorrow night, I think, because otherwise I'm going to struggle to get it dry by Christmas Day. But yeah, that's the next priority. I'm really enjoying how it's working up. I'm really enjoying the texture that's coming up. And I think it's going to be really nice, and I think she's going to love it. But I do need to crack on with it, really. What else have I got here? My scrappy cowl has not had a lot of progress since I last showed it to you because the hats have taken over, but I didn't do badly to start with in December, did I? And I've got all the minis in here, and I'm definitely going to carry on with this after Christmas and get it finished. Ideally, I'd quite like to get it finished before January. So once those hats are gifted, I'd quite like to crack on with this and get it finished. I've got my 2 sock projects that I've cast on during the month. So the first of the 4 weekly socks from the Corner of Craft, the rib has been done. As I said before, I did like see if I can stretch that out a bit so you can maybe see it. I did a faux cable rib, which I'm really pleased with, and then the rest of the sock is just going to be vanilla. And then I'm going to do the heels and the toes in the contrast colour. And then the second of the 2 socks, again, I've got that cast on and I've just finished the rib, I believe. And I'm actually doing a pattern for this one. I think, is it called the Twinkle Toes socks or something like that? It was one of the West Yorkshire Spinners ones by, yes, Twinkle Toes by Winwick Mum. And as I said, it had a slightly complicated rib. I think because it's a patterned sock, the rib was designed to kind of go with the pattern. So it was kind of like knit 1, purl 2, knit 1 through the back loop 4 times, you know, that kind of thing. There was no kind of easy, just repeat a couple of things for the whole rib. It was a real mix of kind of knit 2, purl 2, knit 1, purl 1, back loops, front loops and stuff like that. But the rib is done. And that was kind of my goal. I said, didn't I, that if I can get the ribs finished on all of these, I'll be happy, and then they can be socks going into next year. I did cake up the last one today. I caked up, well, not the last one because I haven't opened the Christmas Eve one, but you know what I mean, the most recent one I opened. I have caked that up today. It's got needles with it. I just need to decide on a pattern and get the rib cast on for that one at some point. But yeah, there we go. That's kind of all my December knitting. The gnome, mystery gnome knit along, I haven't picked it up since I finished the snowman. So I really need to get back to that. But again, the hat knitting has just taken priority. So hopefully I will get these hats finished in the next few days. That's not a hat, that's a pair of socks. There we go. I didn't just throw those on the floor, my basket lives just down here. Hopefully I will get those hats knit in the next few days, and then I can move on to less fraught knitting maybe? I don't quite know. Anyway, what was I going to say to you? So, joke of the day. I do have a joke of the day for you, but we went down to the ferry with the intention of going to see the Gillies window. Gillies is like a local department store, like quite a small department store, but it's a local department store basically, down in Broughty Ferry, and every year at Christmas it puts on an amazing window display. It's quite the thing. They do it every year and people come and see it. And we hadn't got around to seeing it until now, and we had this afternoon free, so we thought, great, we'll go down and we'll go and see the Gillies window. They've already taken it down. They've already got all of their Boxing Day sale stuff advertised. The window is now full of sofas and there's no Christmas window anymore. I'm like, it's Thursday, it's the 21st of December, like people still want to come and see the Christmas window. So we were really disappointed in that, which was a real shame, because I'd kind of planned joke of the day around the fact that the Gillies window was inspired this year by the Beano and specifically Minnie the Minx, because Minnie the Minx is celebrating her 70th anniversary. And the Beano, for anyone that doesn't know, anyone that's not UK based, it's an institution in terms of comic books within the UK. The Beano and the Dandy are massive comic books. I had them as a kid. My brother had them as a kid and they're still going now. They're run by DC Thompson, which is a Dundee-based publishers, and they're brilliant. They're really, really good fun. And yeah, Minnie the Minx, one of the characters, is celebrating her 70th birthday. Now, we happen to know the editor of the Beano. We know him quite well. He's got a child who is very good friends with Jasper. And so I thought, wait, what better thing to do than to get a joke directly from the editor of the Beano for joke of the day. But then, of course, I don't have the same references because I haven't been able to show you the Beano stuff and the window and all of that kind of thing. So didn't quite work out to plan. But I do have a Beano-themed joke of the day. What does Nasher want to be when he grows up? A barchaeologist. So this one may need explaining, or you could just Google Nasher from the Beano. Nasher is a dog. So there you go. That makes a bit more sense. But yes, unofficially given to us by the editor of the Beano. In no way was that affiliated with DC Thompson or the Beano officially in any way. Anyway, with that terrible joke, I will leave you for today. And we will see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is going to be our Q&A, so it will be a bit longer, yeah, but it'll be good fun, and we're looking forward to sitting down and recording it tomorrow morning. So we'll see you again then. Bye.